Hey, this is Poppy with CountrySmart.net, and today we'll be talking about dealing with the in-laws. In-laws. I can hear a collective groan, and in some cases, all the air was sucked out of the room. But in-laws do not have to be a major problem in your marriage. Follow a few common sense guidelines, and you can live in peace with your in-laws. No one ever said it was going to be easy to balance your needs with the needs of others, especially the needs of your entire new family. But creating family harmony is possible, and it's worth the effort and critical to your marital bliss. These are some common sense tips that you may consider implementing in your relationships, whether you are about to get married, newlywed, or have been married for years. If you have problems with your in-laws, you don't need to continue the stress. Even if you're just starting out, you can set the stage now and avoid long-term problems. For every relationship in your life, there can be no one more important than your spouse. When you get married and start your own family, that's where your loyalty needs to be. Never put your spouse in a situation where he or she has to choose between you and a relative. If you do so, you're putting your spouse in a nearly impossible bind. Set boundaries. Decide what's important with your spouse about the interactions with your in-laws. Communicate them to your in-laws. They're grown-ups. Be direct but not rude. Some areas may need more finesse than others. Enforce the boundaries. Without being totally inflexible, stick to your guns. For example, if you don't want unexpected drop-ins, tell your in-laws. Remember, if you allow them to continue, they may expect to stop by on your next intimate celebration of your anniversary. Really, they might not see a problem with stopping by anytime. If a wife has a problem with her mother-in-law, it's the husband who needs to step in and fix it. Likewise, if a husband doesn't see eye to eye with his in-laws, his wife needs to step in. The person with the primary relationship needs to be the messenger. And do not have a third party, like your sister-in-law, tell your mother-in-law that she's giving your kids too much sugar. Negotiate with your own partner the role that you want your in-laws to have. Don't assume you're on the same page until you talk about it. And don't criticize your spouse for his or her relationship with his or her parents. Adjust your expectations of your in-laws. Not every father-in-law lives to snake out your kitchen sink. And not every mother-in-law dreams of baking cookies with her grandchildren. Don't expect what other people can't deliver. Be yourself. Your in-laws have to adjust their expectations as well. You probably aren't exactly what they envisioned. You are what your spouse wants. Do not run to your own parents when you have a disagreement with your spouse or his family. You love and were loyal to them all your life. But any time that you rely on them to resolve a problem, that's a bad thing. You need to resolve it together. If you complain to your parents about your spouse or his family, they will begin to distrust and resent him or her. They do not see you make up. You will be over it, but your mom is still steaming over what he or she said to her baby. If something bothers you about how your in-laws treat you, address it as soon as possible. You feel slighted because your mother-in-law seems to not be impressed with your cooking. So what? Maybe it's a cultural difference. They might have felt insulted by something you did. Open the lines of communication. Learn to wait and see. You may tend to react fast and furious to some episode when really the better course of action is to just calm down. Maybe your initial understanding was incorrect, or Maybe your spouse's cousin had the gossip wrong. You could really damage a relationship for no real reason. Your families each have their own traditions, functions, and dysfunctions. Learn to appreciate the differences. The Thanksgiving turkey does not have to be stuffed the way your grandmother did it. Be nice. They raised your wonderful spouse. Find your we identity. You, as a couple, have authority. You're grown-ups too. You have the right to make your own adult decisions without interference. In-laws are part of your life, and you can make wonderful new memories with them, or you can allow them to be a source of stress in your marriage. Realize that you can't control how your in-laws respond. Adjusting your expectations and opening communications are probably the major points to remember. Be sure to check out our website at countrysmart.net. Subscribe to our videos, give us a thumbs up, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Most of all, thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos. Bye for now.